So a quick diving into British pound sterling against United States dollar. They're like father and son. The both pairs are like father and son. They can trash each other at any given time. So we want to be very fast as possible to look into the structure and come out as fast as possible. So we're going to look at it from the same perspective, supply and the demand perspective. We're going to look at a breaker structure. We're going to look at support level. We're going to look at the ascending trend lines and see what they make out of themselves. So let's get back to 2020, April. In the month of April 2020, we had a support structure. Price broke the structure, retested, and on that retest, it further sold down. And when price came back November 2022, broke the structure and returned March 2023 and went up again to create another resistance structure. That resistance structure was what ignited a descending trend line for GBP USD. So this becomes a supply roof after these two attempts. A failed buy attempt at this level was what created a descending trend line. So we expect that on retest, the area will be respected. And when price return, it did exactly what supply roof do, rejected price. And price came to it again in June, retested, and came to a small support structure, which we will explain later, and broke the supply roof to return as demand. So as at August, Euro is on demand. GBP is on demand. GBP entered demand phase in the month of August. In August, price broke a descending supply roof to return as demand floor. So a return on demand, and it's on demand. We will explain it in detail. What has kept price on demand level. So GU is on demand based on the structure. Now when we look back, we're looking for another break of structure. So we can find some price action in the month of October. A support structure, a break of a support structure, retest. This price action has given us a trend line, an ascending trend line. You will see support structure, price went up, broke the structure, came back, retest. It's a trend line, ATL. So we are going to hold that, and so we have there ATL, ascending trend line. On this ascending trend line, when price return, it respected. So I will call it SR. Support become resistance on break of structure, and it's also on demand floor. So when price returned to the same line, it got respected, making it a psychological ascending trend line on demand floor. When price returned again, it got respected again on demand floor on ascending trend line. Everything is well structured. There is nothing like manipulation in the market. So this is the last impulse leg on demand. So Gbpusd is on demand, a breaker from a descending structure, supply roof, price return on retest, made another upswing. Price tap into the last impulse leg on demand floor from ascending trend line after testing three times, one, two, three, and price has left. And we also look at it from another angle to see our weekly trend line if there is any violation. We cannot find any violation on the weekly, especially from the part of the body of the candle. We cannot find any violation. As long as there is no violation, bias remains intact. While these pair are like father and son, they deal with each other. They can buy, they can sell without following your analysis as expected. So we are just trading the price action. If he change, we change. If he plays along, we play along. We are not friendly. We just do what the market is doing by interpreting the structure of the market. You cannot say where life will take you to. Wherever life take you, try and adopt. That is our market structure strategy. We adopt to any market condition, to any pair, stocks, indices, commodities, crypto, whatever it is, the structure, the pattern is the same. So you say we return again, close of the weekly, on demand, ascending, trend line. You can see all the boxes. For every time price touch the demand floor is a buy. It's an SR level where support becomes resistant on break of structure. So as long as structure is not broken, we are good. We are 100% good. So our SR level maintains on every touch, while our RS level maintains on every touch. So what we expect price to do right now is to see if we have a second retest to a broken supply roof to bring price to a new demand floor. The market is on demand phase after a breakout from a supply roof. So if we come down here, that would be nice. If we can make our way back to this level, that would be very, very nice. On this level, if price can, if it is possible to return here, it will be glorious to return price to the supply roof. So liquidity is needed for this push, depending on the performance of the dollar index. So we'll be watching at it. The BOE data last time was not really favorable. So I think the Bank of England will be cutting rate as well, as Federal Reserve also look at cutting rate. So they will be fighting, squaring out with each other on one-to-one. So the structure is in favor, but we want GU to come down to this level. If GU comes down to this level, then we will apply our weekly candle strategy under the vertical rule to determine this is the close of the week. The next week will be here. Let us say if price comes into this zone, then we will expect a bullish reaction at 1.25470 on this weekly candle. If it fails, we'll move our vertical line to the next week. Every candle here represents 1 week. And when we go down to look at our RSI divergence indicator, we'll see a clean structure, a support structure, break of a support structure, price played on supply, return again, and create a descending trend line. I will also call here supply roof. And when price came here, it broke the supply roof to return price on demand. So price returned here on demand. So let's put it demand. demand roof. So we have here demand roof. So price return here on demand roof. And when the structure was broken and retested, is a retest to this within the zone, price came again, broke the demand roof and the resistance structure and returned back to demand. So, sorry, demand floor. This is demand floor. We have here demand floor. This is a demand floor. So when we return to the demand floor, price bought again, demand floor, price bought again. So we want to see price. This is our demand floor, a descending trend line. And when price touch the last demand floor, price have left. We have double confluence and ascending trend line. The ascending trend line coincide with the descending trend line and price is moving to the up. It's moving to the up. It's moving up. So what we expect here is we have a small pattern here. If a price managed to break this structure, which I think it will be unlikely, we have here a breakout from a descending structure, and at this level, let's look if we find other structure. We have here a support structure, break of a support structure, retest, retest, retest. So let's look at it from another perspective on a weekly and see if we have anything coming our way, if we can draw a conclusion. So let's see. We have here support structure, break of a support structure, retest, break of a resistance structure, retest, price bought, break of a support structure. GU might continue to experience some downward reaction. Look at the structure. Support structure, weekly, break of a weekly structure, support structure broken, retest, retest 2, RT. And when price return, broke the resistance structure, retest, price bought, and got rejected by the weekly ascending trend line, acting as dynamic resistance to upswing. Every time price makes its way, let's change the color to purple. Let's change the color to purple. So every time price gets to the roof, it's rejected, gets to the floor, it buys. So price got rejected at this level. So I think now the price is on the floor, on the demand floor from this pattern. So the right thing to do is to look at where did we receive our impulse leg. We receive impulse leg from supply roof. So technically, that is saying that sellers might be in charge of the market. You can see clearly we have here support structure, break of a support structure, retest, price return and respected the supply roof. And when price returned the last time, broke the structure and the uptrend. Now price returns again to break the support structure and retested again, rejected the level. So it's either if price fails to buy from here to return back to the supply roof, then I think that a coming week it is best to allow price to decide. At this level, if you take a buy here, you might be right or you might be wrong. But to be very certain and allow the strategy to align, you have here as the only allowed sell zone. This is your supply zone. This is a supply roof, or you wait here on demand floor. We have another structure, support structure, break of a support structure, price return retest, break of a resistance structure, price return on demand. and bought. Break of a support structure, retest of structure. So price can come down here on demand. So in coming week, we can see a reaction at this two level. You might see a reaction here. You might see a reaction at this level. It's possible. It's very much possible. I will change the color to red. And it's also possible we will get another reaction at this level because the market is on demand floor based on the pattern. It's on demand floor. So you can't get a reaction from these areas 1.29856. You might see a swing, but remember that price has rejected the supply roof. Look at the structure. Let's take this here. Support structure, break of a support structure, retest. Price came back on retest and respected. Broke the structure, retest, upswing, got rejected on supply roof. The bearish impulse broke the support structure, price return on retest and is selling. So it is best to allow price. USD will always have a strong impact over GU. So the British pounds really got nothing much against the United States dollar. So I expect the USD to pull this guy to retest a broken supply roof as a new demand floor in the zone of 1.25470. If that doesn't happen, then we look at another case scenario. We have three cases here presented in the market. Case 1, case 2, and case 3. These are three support level for GU for a buy. So it's a little bit technical. And to the downside, we have two support level from RSI divergence indicator. We want price to return to this level for a buy. We want price to pull down to this level and give you a buy. Or you wait for price to do the second, pull down here and give you a buy. We have a structure at this level. A support structure, a return here will be the third support structure, a previous resistance structure, break of a resistance structure, retest, demand floor. Price bought, upticked, broke the structure, came down again, got rejected, respected analysis, another demand, price moved up, return again on demand. So we want price to come back here on demand. So GU requires some level of patience. So if you cannot be patient, expect a reaction in 1.29856 for a buy. If price smashes this level due to the breakout from the support structure under the influence of the supply roof, price could push down to 1.27444 as next demand floor. If price fails to uphold this level, then where you should wait comfortably, the best demand floor with a psychological influence will be 1.25470. And the last floor, which is where I see a heavy bullish order, will be at this level. If you look at the rally, you look at the beginning of the rally, you will know and understand better. Thank you.